So I had a big issue last night. The other person who I live with, they didn't want to have dinner with me because they suddenly realized they didn't like me again, and they wanted to totally avoid me. And I didn't even really want to eat their dinner either, but I did. I just ate it real quickly. It was probably something vegetarian. I don't remember. Yeah, it was just some base level lentil stewy stuff with some rice or something and some yogurt on top and stuff. So it was nice. It sort of tasted like it needed corn chips because that's almost exactly what we eat with the taco, but we don't have lentil sauce. We have bean sauce, and it tastes exactly the same. So, yeah, last night, sort of gave up on the trying to talk and stuff. Ever since she realized that she hates me for not going to a Turkish restaurant, like, near the beginning of this year, she realized that every time it comes up, like someone's having a birthday and they want to have a dinner, she remembers it as something negative, and she had a violent explosion at me because I didn't want to go, and then she made a big deal out of it. When she realized that I didn't want to go, she came back because I had been bitching, hey, you hadn't told me that you were going, I was going to come, but now I won't. And then she came back and said to prove to, bitch that she's come back to pick me up. And by that time, she was like revving with heaps of anger and aggression, like she was deeply breathing and almost snarling through her face, and her whole body posture was not just vented up, it was angry, angry body posture. And I said, oh, there's no way in hell I'm gonna, hop into a car with you driving. So, and so then, I was almost kicked out, and she came back to have another violent explosion. But now she's just realized, I remember that, and now she wants to have another tissy fit where, to make me feel uncomfortable. So, I should have dropped this place like at least three times where she's sort of exploded in front of my face. Each time, she's disrespecting me. She hates me as a person. She just wants to say she hates me, but she recommended I come up here, and I lost the job that was going to support me since I don't have any support anymore, but I couldn't get a rental right away. So she said, oh no, come up here, it'll be good for you. And everyone's like, oh, it'll be good for you. And then I come up here, she wants to chuck me out again by saying, oh, I hate you, But she knows that I think it was just to get me to come up and drop that other job. But since rentals weren't really working out, I would have to drop it anyways because you can't rent in not even short stay places. I mean, you can't receive goods even in short stay places and stuff. So yeah, so it was a bit of an annoying episode then, and it's sort of been haunting me. Because I don't think living here has been a great movement. In fact, it's probably a good movement for me to leave sometime. But I'm waiting but I keep just playing a blind eye, at the moment. May as well float here while I've turned up here. I've lost a job to come up here, so why not play blind eye and keep floating here? But she's realized she's angry, and yesterday she didn't want to talk to me at all, and so I just snuck into the study and then stayed on my computer all night till 11. And by the time I came out, no one was here anymore, so that was cool. So I think it would be best if I could live in my own place, but I haven't bothered to move. I haven't bothered to try. I haven't been greatly successful with jobs, so I'm sort of just milling. I'm just about to lose 22 grand to Centrelink, and actually I'm in the process. I'm doing it as a payment plan, and don't ask me if they just take all your money by the due date. But they didn't specify in the letter due date, they just said to arrange payback. And so I said, oh, okay, well, they allow you to pay back from your surgery allowance. So I'm doing $100 every time I get paid. I'm sending back $100, which isn't so bad. It's not as bad as losing it from your real bank account. You're just losing it from your payments. And my calculations probably take around 4, maybe 5 years to repay all that money back. But yeah, no. But like I said, the company has been a little bit feral because they're like, oh, I remember that episode when I was angry at you, and now I'm angry at you again because I feel like mental tripping about how much I hate you and stuff. So it's not actually a very pleasant atmosphere right now. We're literally not talking to each other, really. Well, we say hello and stuff, but when she discovers there's a prick in her head, it's like I can see that there's this attitude change, and I can see the attitude coming out of her, and it's all negative. Everything she is like negative, and I know and stuff. So I just wish I could just leave. But I lost all my money and I had to lose some more money again. So, but next time I'm just going to leave. Going to pay for my own place, whatever it is, and leave inside of it. I'm not renting anymore. I'm going to just lie to the real estate to see if they can give me a home loan regardless of whatever truth is in my money. And let's see if they grant me it, even though I don't make half as much as a mortgage payment is. So I would just have to go ballistic on there looking for jobs and hope that something picks me up. So yeah, so my life is crummy. I don't like having to and yesterday they came out and said, oh, there's a mess in the toilet, and they made a big drama out of it. All they had to do is flush the toilet because there was a tiny little speck or something floating, and they're like, oh, there's this huge drastic mess, the toilet seat's covered, can you clean it up? And then they were halfway through saying, oh, you need to clean it up with the sink cleaner and stuff. And all they had to do is do a little tiny, even a half flush, to get a little speck or something out. And it's like, when they do the same thing, when they leave pee in the toilet or something, the toilet isn't perfect. I just do a quick flush. Even with the other people I used to live with, there was you just do a quick flush, and it's like, my sort of attitude is, well, she goes to a relative's house, they've got a huge messy stain at the bottom of the toilet, and it's like they don't comment on that, in this tiny little something, in a toilet, which you just have to flush away. You don't even have to clean it. It's like, some big drama, and it's like, no offense, you don't say a thing when you go to a relative's house to use their toilet, and then they've got this huge, 15 by 15 centimeter stain in their toilet, and it's like, no offense, that's more disgusting than what on earth that was, And, so I'm just really getting sick of her attitude. She's trying to be juvenile. She's trying to be Lord of the Manor. She's trying to be it's really annoying me, these pathetic excuses. I think I deserve better company, and the better company is no company at all, because that's the only way I get any peace around other people. By truly locking them out of wherever house I live. So, but like I said, I'm treading water, right now. But when I do leave, I'm just gonna leave into my own place. I've got a good deposit. I just don't have the money to pay for anything. But I'd have to go ballistic on the internet or something. But my eyes are literally like going blind or something, because they get stressed a lot, and I'm like, unless I'm lying on the floor or something, I'm not really doing my eyes any good. But that's another one of my problems, I guess. At least I'm not blind. But no, I just spin my head and try and get rid of all the arguments and stuff. But I get sick of having to, quietly calm down any tempers by reacting in some sort of positive movement to quench this sort of argument. But, I get sick of bending my head and pretending like, okay, well, that's not insulting at all. That's a pretend. It's like, I do notice when they're kicking up a fuss over small things, and I don't want to live near them and stuff. And I'm sick of their stupid attitudes. When I'm not here, they're going to be completely alone. They're going to have an eating disorder. They're going to be running around mad, making friends and doing whatever they like. And, they've got plenty of friends here because I know that they've lived in this area before, so they're just going to be rebounding. But if they try and follow me, like, that's the other thing they could do. They could try and follow me somehow. It's like, oh, you got a nice place. Oh, I've got this, great place, which, is just a really old house, which I swear it's only worth 150 grand or something. But but they want to stay here, I guess. And I don't care what they're doing, but I want to leave sometime. And when I do, hopefully it'll be forever. But I have them only myself. They're not helping me, and I don't want them to own any place that I live in. I want to be my full owner, because I know that they're like double-crossing scum, and they hate me. Like, every time they have an argument, they say they hate me. So I don't want to share a mortgage with anyone who hates me. I want to have my own mortgage and have my own place and say, haha, I'm in my own place and now no one can touch me. But the other thing is, I can still fail, to raise the money to pay for it. So I don't have the highest of employment opportunities. I just have some, and they come up every now and again. Like, at the moment, I'm being considered for something, but it doesn't mean that I'll get the job. And if they kick a fuss about my teeth, I'll think again of trying to straighten them, because I sort of gave it up a little bit. But I don't know, I'm happier when I'm not treating my teeth. But maybe I should, even if it deforms your gums, as long as the gums don't swell up at the back or something, which, because you deform your gums, like, when you realize this little straightening of teeth deforms your gums, you're like going, I don't want to really do that. But I might, you never know, I might pick it up again. I've sort of let it go because I don't really think it's that necessary, but then again, it might be, I don't know.